Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and with that, we are back in the Lobby Bar for the week of May the 12th, 2025. Brian and Michaela here with you. And Michaela, it was Mother's Day this weekend. Happy Mother's Day to yourself, and happy Mother's Day to any moms out there listening, moms to kids or dogs or anyone, anything. You
Goldfish.
could be you could be a mom to anything. So happy day to you. So hopefully everyone out there had a good, enjoyable weekend. Like poured down like buckets of rain here. So if your mom was into like getting caught in the rain, then she was in it to win it yesterday here. But how was your Mother's Day, Michaela? Did you have anything good to drink? What did you get up to? Anything exciting to report back on?
So I think one of the things that's kind of interesting about Mother's Day is, you're supposed to spend it with your kids unless you're not. And I was fortunate enough to have a situation where my kiddo and his dad went to my kiddo's very first Pearl Jam concert that was
Mm.
in Raleigh. And so they left very early in the morning on Sunday. So I basically had the day to myself, which sounds kind of lonely, but it was actually lovely. I went to a spa. I watched a bunch of women drink a bunch of stuff, being crazy in a pool. I got a massage. I got some fun cocktails, one of which they were passing out, and I wanted to share with you because it is just the beginning of summer and it was gross outside. It was rainy and nasty, but inside the spa, it was an oasis of like freshness and tequila. And so I wanted to share this with you. This is a cucumber and mint lemonade with tequila. And I thought it was interesting because it doesn't sound like, I don't know, cucumber gin? Yes. Cucumber tequila? Ugh, maybe. But this works really well. And so I thought I would share it with you. And anyone else who just wants to make a batch of these for their friends, whether they're moms or they just act like moms or like they're like me. I'm basically a mom to everybody I know, whether they want me to be or not. It's great. It's a
Yeah.
good party fresh cocktail concoction I thought I would share.
There you go. Yeah, the cucumber and tequila, yeah, it doesn't initially, ring any bells, but I have been seeing some more like cucumber, like themed margaritas, like cucumber and something margaritas. And remember,
Mm.
we just did a mint infused Don Julio drink for this year's Oscars, right? So that's some tequila and mint coming there. So maybe this is the new wave. Maybe the new wave of cocktails for 2025 is going to be cucumber tequila based drinks, and that sounds okay to me. And yeah, looking at this recipe right here, it looks very refreshing, very spa-esque, I think. So
Mm.
it'll be good. So keep this one in your back pocket as you make your way to summer.
Yes, absolutely. So, this is a batch. This is not going to make one drink. This is going to make like four, maybe six. There's a lot of tequila in this. So also buckle up,
It's
people. Here we go.
one Mother's Day drink for moms, or it's four for normal times, I guess. So
Right. You're going to take a cup of fresh lemon juice. Okay. You want this to be fresh. Go ahead and spend the money on the extra dollar for the lemons. Make it yourself. Okay. And then you're going to want to slice them for like garnish if you want it to look really pretty and spa-ish later. Then you're going to need a cup of sugar, regular plain old sugar, not confectionery sugar, because then it'll probably be way too sweet. A quarter of an English cucumber, and you want to chop that. And then you also want slices of that for your garnish later, because again, you want this to look like a spa water kind of thing at the end of the day. You need 3 mint springs, and then, of course, more for garnish later. And then 2 cups of Blanco tequila. You heard me, 2 cups, 2 whole cups. What is that, like 16
that's
ounces of
great.
tequila? It's
Yeah,
like a pint. Oh my gosh.
that
It's
is
a
like a
pint glass full of tequila. This is going to make my day. It definitely made my Mother's Day. It was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So one cup of fresh lemon juice. That's roughly four lemons out there if you're measuring at home. So if you don't feel like measuring it out, but yeah, roughly four there. And yeah, getting the fresh ingredients is really important here because you want those flavors to really shine. Could you get away with doing like a high quality lemonade? Maybe, but don't tell anyone we said that.
That's right. It would need to be like super high quality. So, like the stuff that will go bad, the stuff that says it expires in a week because it's probably pretty fresh. Nothing with preservatives in
Yeah.
it that you can open next year because it just won't taste as good. I'm just saying it won't taste as good. So, what you're going to do is you're going to make the lemon. lemonade first, and you're going to do that by whisking together the lemon juice and the sugar in a pitcher until the sugar is dissolved. Now, then you're going to add that quarter of your English cucumber that's been chopped, your three mint sprigs. Okay, you're going to add those in, and you're just going to stir it to combine, and then you're just going to leave it alone for a couple hours. This is really important. Um, if you don't do this, then it's just going to be lemonade with some stuff in it. Okay. You want the cucumber and the mint to kind of emulsify. Now, you're definitely going to want to slap the mint, right? And put it in there and get that opened up. You want to open up all the capillaries or whatever the hell those things are in the mint are called, to really like infuse that. So after you let that steep, then you just discard all the extra cucumber and mint that's in there so that it's nice and clear. All right. You don't need the stuff slathering around at the bottom. This is not a mash. And then you're going to stir in your 2 cups of tequila, and then add 4 cups of water. All right. So this is making a really big pitcher. And then you're going to serve over some ice. And then you're going to garnish with your lemon slices, your cucumber slices, like a mint sprig. It's going to look like the most beautiful spa water. And then you're going to take a sip of this and be like, this is the best spa water I've ever had. It's so good. Oh my gosh, Brian,
Yeah.
this is amazing. It's so
Yeah,
good.
it sounds really good. Yeah, it sounds really good. It sounds very crisp. It sounds very clean. Like I said, it would be good for like a springtime party here. So I see it being, very good on Mother's Day, or, would have been nice for like Easter things. It'll be really good in the summertime because it sounds very refreshing. Things like that with between the mint and the cucumber, right? It's going to be extra hydrating there. Maybe not with 2 cups of tequila in it, but yeah, that sounds amazing. If you wanted to, you could probably throw in just into your glass, just a splash or so of club soda if you wanted a little bit of effervescence in there. That probably would be okay as well. So yeah, go
Mm.
ahead and mix up a cucumber, mint, tequila lemonade. That's just all the ingredients right there, right in the name. And yeah, sip and enjoy. Go light. Again, that's like I don't that's like 8 drinks worth there. So don't
It's
get
a
too
lot.
crazy. Don't get too
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a lot. It's amazing. Go give it a shot.
There you go. Absolutely. So go give that a shot, and you can go to the movies and give Thunderbolts a shot. That's what a lot of people did this week. Thunderbolts leads the way at the box office again, $33 million, followed by Sinners, another $21 million, and the cap for Sinners. Minecraft movie, The Accountant Part 2, and Clown in a Cornfield comes in number 5. Shrug on Clown in a Cornfield. Don't know. Don't care. But Thunderbolts, $33 million. That's pretty good. Pretty good showing. The feedback has still been relatively high on Thunderbolts, I think. Michaela and I have both had a chance to see it, and we're going to be talking about it a little bit more here on the main show this week. So, not going to talk too much here about box office. We do have one thing coming out this week. It's probably going to do okay, but everyone is really holding their dollars back to go see Mission Impossible in a couple weeks, which we'll be talking about as well. So, let's talk about the movies that are coming out everyone's way, Michaela. So, to the movie theaters comes Final Destination Bloodlines. I am on record as saying I don't really like horror things, gory things. I don't like this. I'm not going to see this. But you might. What do you think about Final Destination Bloodlines?
Yeah, I'm also going on record saying that I'm not going to be seeing this. I saw the first one because the first one was kind of interesting. The first one was like, hey, what if you, for those of you who've been living under a rock, the premise is basically that something happens. You get this premonition that you're going to die in this horrible accident. And so you get off the plane or you jump out of the line that's going into uh, like a concert where something blows up and a bunch of people die, but death is really mad that you didn't die because you should have died, and it's real mad at you. So it's going to find like the most
Mm-hmm.
disgusting, horrible way to kill you in the order of which you should have died in the original like death scene that you somehow escaped from. It's hokey, it's weird. I don't like it. And look, it used to be just creepy. Now it's like it's gone the way of like Saw it to me in that it took a
Mm-hmm.
really interesting idea that could have been really cool and could have been like even more spooky and even more like kind of gothic maybe because it's kind of this ghost, this supernatural thing that's following you. It could have gone a lot of different avenues, and now it is just this like let's think of the absolute worst, most goriest way to die. Let's
It's
think
like
of
a
the most
Rube
cringeworthy
Goldberg
things. I
machine
mean,
of death,
it really
for
is.
sure.
It's like, and it's horrible. Even in the first in the first preview, my poor son was watching this, and he immediately, like in the first 10 seconds, he was like, "Nope, this is a nope for me, Mom. I'm not
Yeah.
allowed to watch this." And it was like, "You're absolutely not. It's horrible."
Same
So
same kid.
somebody go
Say,
watch this film, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
I
Someone
don't
let us
know. And
know.
now
Yeah,
The
let us
premise
know.
of this one is even worse because it's like
And
death followed the whole bloodline down. We couldn't just kill grandma. We had to like wait until grandma had 18 kids and then we have to kill all of them and their spouses. I don't know. Whatever.
death like rust never sleeps, I guess. Yeah, Final Destination Bloodlines. There is something interesting here, I guess, from a film acting standpoint. This does star Tony Todd, who passed away last year, so that could be interesting to people that are, big fans of Tony Todd or big fans of Candyman. There certainly, so it'd be nice to see him on the big screen here going for Final
Yes.
Destination. So yeah, let us know if you go see it. We're probably not going to make our way out to see it. We've got too many things to see this summer, and Final Destination Bloodlines isn't making the cut. A couple things at home coming out. There are a couple things that we missed that maybe we should have seen. Probably not. One thing we didn't miss, but it is at home now. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. So we got a couple things coming, Michaela. So we've got Love Hurts, the Kei Kwan thing that is now available to watch on Peacock. We have Hard Eyes, that weird Valentine's Day slasher gore fest thing that's available on Netflix. Watch those if you want to, but you should watch if you haven't seen yet. Nickel Boys is now available on Prime, so you can check that out. Watch any of those. You have any intentions of going back to Nickel Boys or watching? I Love Hurts maybe. I'm not going to watch Hard Eyes. I guarantee it. But
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Same. I'm definitely going to rewatch Nickel Boys because if you'll remember, we missed like the first 7 minutes, 10 minutes of that film. And it didn't diminish our enjoyment of it in any way. But I would like to see kind of how the first 10 minutes of that film actually go.
mhm.
Love Hurts, I'm definitely going to watch. That is going to be like a Sunday afternoon thing for me. I'm going to put my kid in front of a
Michaela's going to make a pitcher of cucumber mint
I'm gonna
tequila
make a
drink.
picture. I'm gonna yes, and then I'm gonna get about halfway through, and then I'm gonna put on Love Hurts, and then I'm gonna text Brian about how amazing it is, and he's gonna
Mm,
be like, it's I can't decide if it's actually because it's amazing or because Michaela is drunk. Who knows? And anything
who
could happen.
knows?
Anything could happen there.
Anything could happen. You also have the final arc of Andor is this season, so been enjoying that. Been getting my cocktails up for The Last of Us and Andor each week, so hopefully everyone has been enjoying those. They've been the cocktails have been really good, so I've been very happy with those the way they've come out. On the podcast, we've got some stuff going on, Michaela. We have The Phantom of the Opera that came out last week. That was a good chat about a 100-year-old film. This week we're going to be talking about Thunderbolts, a 2-week-old film, so we're running quite the gamut there. That's pretty good. And over on Patreon, we have our bonus episode about Sinners. We'll be getting our hangout scheduled here probably in the next week. Hopefully, potentially, we'll see about that. And then we have plans to talk about the first Mission Impossible to kind of coincide with the last Mission Impossible, I guess, before we get out to see that here in the following weeks as it gets released. So you can check out patreon.com/drink the movies for more information on all of that stuff. And there was a new Drink the Video Games episode all about the game Phantasmagoria from 1995. Michaela comes in to mix up a black magic martini. It is a good time. It was a good episode, I thought. So you can check that out wherever you're listening to this or on YouTube for the video version of that. So with that, Michaela, I think that's going to wrap it up here for the lobby bar. You had a busy Mother's Day of relaxing and drinking delicious drinks. And we have a lot of resting to do because we have a lot of films to get out to see this week. So let's do that, and we'll talk to everyone next week in the lobby bar.